Yes, I know I'm late, let's just get into the video. 100 subscribers. Not a lot these days, but for me, I think it is. It took me a little over a year to achieve, and I want to look back, all the way back to where I started, to the 3rd of March 2019. Even though this channel has been around way longer, it didn't start creating content since that day. So yeah, I'm going to be discussing every video I've ever uploaded up to this one, even some of the unlisted ones, because there's a story behind most videos. So let's go on an adventure of me rambling on about my own videos. So, the first video to ever be published, The Sniper. A short SFM animation about TF2. When I first made this, I was proud of how it looked, but now I realize the animation is quite bad. I didn't even know how to edit back then, so all I used was SFM. I didn't even have a script, I literally just made it up as I went. The other two videos in the series also didn't, but I had a general idea of what was going to happen. But I guess I was a beginner back then, I wouldn't say it's the worst animation. The next video, well, is just a meme. There's nothing much else to say really. Now this video is unlisted. It's only a teaser for React. Where can you find it? In the description of Remember, because no one reads descriptions, right? Anyway, Remember, the sequel of The Sniper. It's a longer video, but I think the quality is worse. Like, this part, and this part here, they're blurred, and this transition. There are so many mistakes in this video, I'm surprised how I thought it was good enough to upload. Oh yeah, the render time. And then I finished the series with React. The animation is better, but not quite good, I would say. There are some scenes that I still think aren't bad. But anyway, you might be wondering why these videos have such strange names like Remember, React? Why would I choose them? Well, it starts with the unlisted video. It's called Recognize because Scout, Spy and Sniper recognize the true enemy, which is the administrator. How does that happen? They remember the truth. So then, they react and take action. Honestly, I kind of want to do a remaster of this, but I don't know if I'll have the time to do so. We'll just have to see. Let's see. When will you learn? Yep, just another meme. This one, the Spy. You can see compared to the Sniper, the quality has improved a bit. The animation is a little wonky at times, but I love the lighting. Unfortunately, it's scrapped. I don't remember the exact reason why. It was something like, yeah, I don't remember. Now these three videos, all of them, are pot of gold. I love them. It was the first time I tried editing, and I think it's not bad. The only downside is that in the first video, you can barely hear me. Then in the second video, the first half is quite all me, and then the other half is just loud. The third video has a somewhat balance in audio levels. Other than those, these are some of my favorite videos ever. I want to do this again. It was so fun, and it's nostalgic when I look back on them. I would highly recommend watching them. Just be warned, there's uncensored cursing. No, not this video. This video is a mistake, hence why it's unlisted. This was the first time I did a reaction video, and it was with my good old buddy Andrew. You might just see him in the comments. I didn't even know why I chose this particular video as well. Why this one? If you really want to watch it, here's a link to the video. I'll put it in the description as well. But be warned, it's so bad. It's cringy, and I hate it. Moving on, we've got Spring Scrap. This was the first time I did an animation with voice acting. And boy oh boy, it's bad. I also did it with Andrew again. Yeah, he voice acted in it too. He's Ant, the guy on the phone. Why is his name Ant? Ask Andrew, he came up with it.
My name is Dan. Dan Reed.
The first line I ever said became this weird inside joke for me. I don't know why, but it just did. There's even a reference in my game. So yeah, and also, the scream at the end. I literally had to wait for a moment where everyone was out of the house just so I could scream as loud as I could. It's pretty bad, but I can make so many memes with it.
Hi.
Other than the voice acting, it's not too bad. But there are some janky parts. It was also the first time there was a script. I actually struggled with what happens at the end, but then Andrew gave me a great idea. So, credit goes to Andrew for the ending. Then we have the announcement trailer for my game. There's nothing else to say. Then we have a collection of some really bad SFMs I made during early parts of animating. Here's my least viewed video on YouTube, well, publicly. it's just a little behind the scenes for my game. Nothing too interesting, I guess. Oh, this one is overgrown. It's really just a lighting test. I still like it though. I won't go through the trailers, but this duology is another pot of gold. I love this so much. It's just filled with memories. It was just a random night of me playing Roblox, and it just happened so that all of this happened. This was initially never intended to be recorded, but I couldn't resist, and I'm so glad I did. I love it and I don't care what others think, because this video was made specifically as a memory for me. I'll go through these two videos quickly because one is a teaser for my game and the other is a trailer. Simple as that. This one. I'm a little ashamed of it. Fun fact, I made this in less than 24 hours, something like that. And it is so rushed that I really want to do a remake of this sometime in the future. At the time I was proud like, this is my best animation, even though it wasn't. I thought people were going to love it and I had super high hopes for this. It was basically hubris. And so, when it came out, I was faced with criticism. It wasn't hate, but the truth did hurt and I learned something very valuable. Don't rush something and don't expect too much of something, because then you'll be met with an outcome you expected or complete shadow in your confidence. This one, I cringe at it. Why the hell does it have over 100 views? Now we're at the first episode of This Is Pretty Much. The first one is just a test episode, to try and ease into it. I guess it's kind of like a pilot. And I gotta say, compared to the other episodes, this one is the worst. But hey, it was the first time I did something like this. What can I say? Here's the year anniversary video. I just danced and teased my next game. Then I made Act 1 of This Is Pretty Much Springtrap and Delilah. I learned from the previous episode and I like this. There's not too much to say that happened while I was making the video, since I kinda explained that. Oh yes, so this is the cinematic trailer for my game. It's just a little sad that I had to cancel it, but I know I can do better with making games. This is just a short unlisted meme. I don't know why I chose to make it that way, but you can look at it with a link in the description. This video changed my entire channel without me realizing it. What do I even say? Since FNaF ships are kind of a controversial topic, I thought the video would get so much hate and I was prepared for that. But instead, it has over 1,000 views and 50 likes. Compared to other videos, I didn't put as much effort into it. Why is this so popular? It's strange because, as I said about the FNaF 4 music video, I was super confident about that one, and it just crumbled in front of my very eyes. But this one, I was ready for it to be torn apart. But now, it's one of my most viewed and liked videos. What the hell? This video is just so impactful on my channel, because it influenced my future videos a lot. Moving on, we've got This Is Pretty Much Sad Act 2. Strangely, it's one of my most viewed out of the other acts. Yeah, there's not too much to say about this one. I don't have good memories making them though, with all the lo-fi I listen to. Then we have FNaF 1 Death Animations. I wanted to make this for a while, but never really had the courage to do it. And I was planning on only making it for the first game, but since people liked it and wanted me to make more, well, that gave me motivation to do it all from the first game to the 6th. I want to do VR and forward because of obvious reasons. Then we have just a video I made for my friends. You can look at it for yourself in the description. I didn't really put a whole lot of effort into it. Just be warned, there's some swearing. And now This Is Pretty Much Springtrap and Delilah Act 3. I was a little sad because by then I'd gotten used to making videos on Springtrap and Delilah. And well, at the time, I didn't know any other content about sad, so this felt like the last video I would do on it before the official ending came around. Then we reacted to FNaF Feral. I really shouldn't have done this at 2 in the morning. You could even tell I was tired, it's so bad. It was also a nightmare uploading this because I reacted to all the episodes that were out so far, and then I left it uploading overnight. But when I woke up, the season finale came out. So I was going to react to that and add it at the end. But all things just got worse and it didn't record, so there was no reaction. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But I learned another lesson, and I'm sorry Yenny for the terrible commentary. Next time, when the full season 2 is out, I'll definitely be making a video on that with better quality. Also, I forgot to mention, what kind of name is garlic bread? Who names a child after frickin' Wait. I just realized. If Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy have a child, that means they got busy. Then we have the This Is Pretty Much episode about Tony Cry Night series. I made it because I was kinda going on a roll with all the FNaF ships, and I referenced this series, so I thought, why not? It's also something I looked at when I was younger, and I wanted to know what I think of it now. So yeah, that's why. And now, the most viewed video on my channel as of now. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Death Animations. I'm proud that this is the most viewed and not the ships one because I actually put a lot of effort into this. But there was a moment where the ships video was the most viewed video. Anyway, this is, I would say, the best animation I've done so far. I want to improve when making the FNAF 3 death animation. Not plural, because Springtrap's the only one that can actually kill you in the game. But it's alright, I got a cool idea for the phantoms. I know it's been about a month since the previous death animations video, but I really don't want to rush it. We know what happened before, right? This animation is another one I like. It's also something I've never done before, which is an animation of someone else's gameplay, by Venturian Tale. If you don't know these guys, have you been living under a rock? Okay, but seriously, they're my childhood YouTubers. They make a ton of Gmod videos, with some including FNAF. And I've wanted to animate one of the videos for the longest time, but what I didn't see was any SFM animations. All the ones that were animated were drawn. So I held the idea of making a Venturian Tale SFM animation. As the video states, I started animating the first scenes about 6 or 7 months ago, but then I had to go on a big school camping trip. That's why there's a time gap between Spring Scrap and the next video. So then we have this video, don't really need to do that one. And then this crappy gameplay video. Again, I don't think I need to go through that one, it's just me and my friends playing some Roblox. That reminds me, I should play Piggy. I know very little about what it is, and I want to see what all the fuss is about. I don't know when though. Here we have another This Is Pretty Much episode with Abeyance. There's one thing I want to point out, and it's that apparently there's chapters. When the video was released, I didn't know that, and I just planned to make another video on it when it was complete. But erdinoia stated that the comic is really long, so I think it's best if I make an episode for each chapter. And actually, another thing. erdinoia's just gone through a tough moment in her life, because she's been receiving not so good things. So be sure to support her in any way, give her views, favourites, and or comments. The smallest thing can help a lot. FNaF fanfiction. It was a messy production because, if you didn't read the description of that video, I had to react to 2 other fanfictions before the third one was, well, what was in the video. And let me tell you, the story in that video compared to the other ones, it's pretty tame.
They're brothers. Oh no, oh my god, no. Oh, what the No. Oh no, oh my god. What the is this?
And here we have a short meme to celebrate getting 100 subs. Nothing else to really talk about. This video is the longest video I've made so far. And I don't blame you if you didn't watch through the entire thing because it's long. I honestly don't care if that video doesn't have a lot of views because it's just a conclusion to a question I've had for a while. And it's there for anyone else with the same thing. I spent way too much time and effort into this. Basically, let me explain, I was an idiot. I was just in Yeni's Discord server and I stated out to Red that I was the same age as her, but then I quickly realized that I wasn't. And I was so dumb. I'm sorry. So that video is kind of like an apology video in a way, but in the end, it turned out fine. It was just a stupid joke. Okay, hold up. Wait, I hear something outside. Who are you? Wait. Look.